Good morning, Pat the Warren podcast. This is Matt Warren. This is episode 328. Today is a beautiful Monday morning. It's 8:20 on a Monday. It's January 24th, 2022. Hope you're having a great day so far. I just left Toastmasters. I go to a 7 a.m. Toastmasters Club, and we had a good time. I've got several things that I learned that I took some notes on that I wanted to share about. But first, before I get into that, I wanted to follow up on the last two podcasts where I've given tips to leaving messages for clients. One tip that I've found that works really well is when you're calling them, we talked about last time leaving a message, and then we also talked about leaving a message that does not give them something to do. Don't ever say, call me back. We talked about that last time. So what I'm going to share with you this time is techniques that you say right when you are about to leave a message, right when you actually get them on the phone. So if you call somebody and you actually get them on the phone, what you want to say is your first name, and then I only have a minute, and get right into it. So you say their first name, your first name, and then dive right into it after you say I only have a minute. So, hey Bob, Matt here. I only have a minute. I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be in Greenville this week, and I'm available on Wednesday and Thursday at 2 o'clock and 1:30. If you have time, I'd love to get together with you and chat. It doesn't give them any time to think or wonder. It catches them off guard. It makes them know that it's only going to be a minute. You're not going to have them on the phone for 15 minutes trying to sell them anything. It's simply, you say, hey Bob, whatever their name is, Matt, I've only got a minute. Like they know you, and just dive right on into it. They might then say, well, who are you and who are you with? And at that point, you can stop and go back and say, this is who I'm with, this is my full name. But in order to break the ice and to get right on into it so that they know what you're calling about, say, hey Bob, Matt, I only have a minute. Just wanted to let you know, blank, 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 blank. That's my technique for cold calling and actually getting them on the phone. It works every time. In Toastmasters today, the speaker spoke for a 15-minute speech, and at the end of the speech, the evaluator gave him a little tip. He said, hey, I noticed that you said finally about 3 or 4 times. Whenever an audience hears the word finally, they start to wrap up your speech in their mind. So the tip of the evaluator was to look at your speech and only say finally one time. He also said, look at the shoulder of the person 2 rows back from the person that you're trying to have eye contact with. Like if there's a main client or there's a person in the audience that you're trying to make eye contact with, but you don't want to look them in the eye, look 2 rows back at the person's shoulder, 2 rows back. They don't quite know if you're looking at them, but it kind of feels like it. But you don't get in the trap of just staring at one person the whole time. So those were the little tips of today, Toastmasters. It's really been quite a fun time. I'm learning a lot. I will do my 3rd speech next time. My first speech was an icebreaker. The second speech was a speech with purpose. I'm excited to go back and look at the portal and see what the 3rd speech requirement is for my Distinguished Toastmasters designation that I'm trying to get. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Remember, as Mama always says, make your contribution. And don't forget to try. If you're making a cold call and you get somebody on the phone, give it a shot. Say, hey Susie, Matt, I've only got a minute. Give it a shot. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.